Hello there, and thanks for joining me. Now this morning we've got a bit of a nice video. I'm on holiday in a lovely location, as you can see behind me. The sun's been up about an hour already, but it's low in the sky, and we're going out today to film and photograph some Cirl Buntings. So I know a good location for them. We're going to see what we can see, and yeah, the Cirl Bunting. I believe it's only found in Devon, in the UK. If it's not, I'll stick it on the screen now where it is found, as well as Devon. I imagine Cornwall and possibly even Dorset as well. But yeah, the numbers do look like they're increasing, just on the basis of how many I've seen increase over the years. But yeah, so yeah, come along and we'll see what we can find. Thanks for joining me. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous morning. Oh my days. What about that then? So I just thought I'd stop off actually, just because as you leave the kind of town, you might see, very difficult to see, but there's an egret behind me. Egrets have, they always used to be down this estuary when I was a kid, like 20 odd years ago, but this was almost a hot spot for them. But now obviously where you go through estuaries and inland river systems and things like that, you will see egrets. Even down the road from me you see egrets, but you also see great white egrets and cattle egret now in the UK, which you definitely didn't see back then. But it's just another success story really, or a bird that's got a success story, which is, to be honest, these days hard to come by. But isn't it just gorgeous and worth stopping by when you see just a scene like that? It's absolutely incredible. It's like a mill pond. Tide's just going out now, so a lot of wading birds will come into the estuary. But let's get to our location to see some Cirl Buntings. Right then, we're all parked up in our location. I'm just going to head down to the main area, see if we can see any singing males, and hopefully the minute we get a singing male, they are quite a showy bird at this time of year, so they should be on some nice perches. It will just be a case of being hopefully patient and just seeing if it moves on some nice looking perches. But yeah, let me get through this gate and we'll get on with the show. Right, so I've just found out some information on Cirl Buntings. There's a swarm of bees or something behind me, all down this hedge actually, so I'm gonna try and get out of here. Oh dear. As always, a singing wren. So, some information on Cirl Buntings then. So, this is all online and factual based information. I'm not going to pretend that I know it off the top of my head, so I'm just going to reel it off to you, because I do like to give you guys a bit of information about the subjects that we're going to do. So, the preferred habitat of a Cirl Bunting is low intensity farmland with hedgerows. As you can see, we have hedgerows. And over there you'll see wheat and barley, which will be low intensity farming, mixed with grassland and arable fields. Coastal areas, which we're on, with scrub and scattered trees, which we'll get to in a minute, because there are some pine trees down here and they do like to favour the pine trees. As for their kind of position in the UK, it does state historically found across the southern England but declined sharply through the 20th century, now mostly confined to South Devon, with reintroduction efforts in Cornwall and both southwest of England. So clearly it's not even a bird that's found in the whole of Devon, it's still only South Devon. So a bird that's really, really localised. So hopefully we can get some good shots of this bird for you today. It's best way to describe this bird is if you can picture a yellowhammer. It's almost more striking than a yellowhammer, especially the males, as they've got this kind of coloration on the face where they've got some black markings as well as a bright yellow head. So yeah, interesting bird, and hopefully I can bring one to you. I think there's one just sitting on a branch right above the track. Hopefully I don't disturb him and we can get some shots. Well, we've just had a fantastic start. There was a little Cirl Bunting, as I mentioned, just on the top of that twig. The blackbird's sitting there now, but the Cirl Bunting luckily let me walk underneath, and you'll see, I'll show you a couple of video now, where you can see where I start to film it, and then I walk underneath, and they don't seem that bothered. They're quite a accepting bird. They let me just walk under the branch, and the light he was bathed in was absolutely lovely. Obviously it was a little bit high, but still great views, and we've managed to get some early kind of shots. So hopefully that's not the best of the day and I can give you something better, but I mean, you can't ask for more than that, can you? A male that's chilling on the top of a branch in some lovely morning sun, and it's just a good way to start the video, isn't it? Just get your subject straight away. And yeah, I have found that this is such a hot spot for Cirl Bunting, so hopefully that's a clue to how the day is going to go. And if you listen behind me, you can hear skylarks galore as well. Just a lovely sound. I think I can see a bit of action in the pine trees, as I mentioned earlier. There's a little span of pine trees down here, and there seems to be a lot of chaffinch activity because I love pine seeds, and obviously goldcrests do love pine trees, although this is a little bit open in the farmland for a goldcrest. But I can see certainly some kind of finch action. A lot of them actually look like goldfinch and chaffinch, but we'll take some video and see what we can see. A lot of action, as you'd expect of an early morning. So I've just been walking along here, and you can see it's absolutely gorgeous, but it's a metal railing, and the little wren family must have fledged this morning, and they've just basically hopped through this little scrubby bit here with the young following the adults down the middle. I've managed to get a little bit of video, mainly photos to be honest, but the sun was really intense, kind of on the wrong side, but we'll see how the photos edit. And but it was just a lovely little moment just to see. It was like strange just seeing like five wrens just all kind of together. I didn't manage to get more than 2 wrens together, but it was just a lovely little scene. So I'll stick that on for you now. And yeah, how gorgeous is all this though, that view. So yeah, I'll show you the wrens. I mean, there has been a white-throat singing as well. I can hear some Cirl Buntings as well. So I'll show you the wrens and we'll get on to hopefully more Cirl Buntings, the subject of today's video. So I've got a lovely singing male just on top of a, looks like a hazel. Something like that anyway, some kind of shrub, but it's right in the middle of the hedgerow. Right in the corner of the field. He's facing the other way a little bit and the sunlight's this way. So I'm just hoping when they're in this singing mode, birds tend to kind of shuffle about a bit and get a bit of a different direction and project the sound in a certain direction. So it's worth just, especially when a bird like this is comfortable. I think another male or a female's just turned up, flew over my head. It's worth just waiting and watching, which is quite an easy thing to do when you're in close range with a singing Cirl Bunting, isn't it? So I'm just going to keep sitting around. There's a couple of birds just turned up. Yeah, they're getting a bit territorial now. The other males can hear them singing, and it's just knocked it off the perch, but they're still in the hedgerow, so I'm going to hang around. It's clearly a singing post, shall we call it. And luckily it's right next to the tracks and the fields that have got all the access, so yeah, fantastic. I'll show you what I've managed to get so far of this particular male. And yeah, God, we're having a good morning so far. Hopefully we can get one in full view at eye level would be lovely, because they're all a little bit high. It's just a matter of time, I feel, that they're going to be at the right level for the perfect kind of shot. What a bird. I think it blows even a yellowhammer out the water. The coloration on the breast and on the face is just incredible. It's got that yellowhammer intensity, but then you've got the contrast of having the black face markings and some lovely brown markings on the chest. And fantastic bird. We're going to probably move on to a different part of the area that I'm in and see if we can get him on a few different features, and I'll leave this male singing his head off because there seems to be a few birds about. But yeah, what a fantastic morning so far. Seems to keep happening, this does. I go to locations where there's just absolutely fantastic 360 views. So you can probably hear the melody of the Cirl Bunting absolutely all around me. There must be at least 4, 5, 6 singing males just where I am, to be honest. Not even where I was further up the track, but they're absolutely just going crazy. So I've got plenty of singing footage for you. I'd actually like to get some of the female now, which to be honest, I'm not used to saying, but it's a hell of a lot of males. Now I don't know if I just can't see the females because one, they're a lot more camouflaged, and two, they don't sing. I mean, I'm not going to complain that we've got a load of canary yellow Cirl Buntings singing at the top of posts for us, but I mean, there's one just here, and there's one over there. He's at the top of the tree, he's at the top of the tree. absolutely fantastic. One thing I will say is, which might be as to why it's so good today, is one, early morning. So get yourself down here early morning, or whatever your location is, because there's a lot of Cirl Buntings in this surrounding area, not just in this spot as well. But the start of July, so we're here in the second week of July, so that might be a reason as to why there's so much activity, where we're in the middle of the breeding season for these guys, and towards maybe the end of their breeding season actually as well, because they might have actually finished their broods and now just in a territory kind of war, which seems to be the case because they're very territorial between each other. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better day of photography on a subject that really should be a difficult one to get. I mean, yellowhammer I find so difficult by me, but maybe it's just because there's not that many of them, and the area that these are in, they are being looked after. There are programs for farmers to put a certain type of seed out designed for Cirl Buntings, and it clearly shows that it's working, and farmers clearly are using them, because I can't see how the numbers are struggling around here, at least where they are. So it'd be good to see this bird spread across the UK. Whether that's possible, I'm not sure, or at least spread around our coastlines, which would be good to see. And it's a lovely song, similar to the yellowhammer in how it starts. A little bit of bread with no cheese, but kind of got that trill start. But yeah, awesome bird, and a song that you can't forget actually as well. So yeah, awesome. I'll show you some more Cirl Bunting because I've got plenty to show you, and yeah, absolutely fantastic day's photography for me. And it's nice and easy when you don't have to disturb the bird, and the bird's totally comfortable. It's singing away, it's not bothered, and that's how you know it's comfortable. Wouldn't be singing in front of you if it wasn't. So fantastic. So one thing I would stress as well, just before I go and show you some of these images, is that when you're walking across fields like this, and I've done it myself, I've literally done it 5 minutes ago, where I've just gone off the beaten track a little bit, just to kind of suss an area out. But make sure that you kind of stick to the actual tracks when you're going over fields like that, just because obviously while we're in July, we are still technically in the breeding season for these birds, and a lot of other birds. There's a lot of skylarks and meadow pipits that will be ground nesting at this time of year as well. So just make sure you stay out of that kind of stuff. But if you do have to go through it, just watch every step where you're going. But birds do create, ground nesting birds do create like a little bit of a tunnel sometimes, and you won't always be able to see. So you can often collapse a nest even if you couldn't see it from the top. So just be mindful, and obviously keep dogs on leads. That's a big one, because dogs have got such a sense of smell. They'll go and investigate something if they can smell something, even if they don't mean any harm. So just important to point that out for photographers, and not just for photographers, for everybody else as well. So I've come to the end of the kind of track now, where you can't go any further unless you circle back. But the good thing about the end of the track is that there's a load of gorse you can see behind me. Now, we've had a singing male, because there's so many of them, and it might be different males to be honest, all been coming on different perches, and they like sitting on the top of the gorse, which is obviously lovely for the shots that we want to try and get. So absolutely, I've had the best day's photography I could have hoped for. I've only been here 2 hours in total really as well, and I'm probably going to go home in a minute. So I think some of the best of the shots have come from the gorse though. I just love the texture gorse gives you. It's a lot like how pine gives you that nice texture. I think it's because of all the minute details of all the obviously sharp bits on it and stuff like that, but it's been absolutely fantastic. It's been coming real close as well. I'll show you some shots, and these aren't going to be cropped in much at all, so you should see a good bit of clarity. The sun's getting a little bit harsh now, but there are moments of time where, because there's a bit of cloud coming, that it does soften it a little bit, so that does help, so those harsh yellows don't just bounce back, which has been probably the difficulty. And even on the gorse has been reflecting a bit of light back, so it's been difficult, but we've got plenty of light, so I've been able to put the speeds up and things like that. So I haven't done much flight photography and things like that. I just wanted to get some nice stills, and especially with it singing and with the beak open is the ones I've been trying to go for. But yeah, the Cirl Bunting, absolutely fantastic bird. Enjoy these final photos, because I think they are some of the best I managed to get. So enjoy. So I hope you guys have enjoyed those images just as much as I did taking them. The Cirl Bunting is probably one of my up there favourite birds now, just for the experiences I've had today really. A stunning little bird, and it seems to be doing so well on the South Devon coast, so hopefully they can spread to the North Devon coast and through Cornwall and Dorset, and hopefully we can get more of these birds, because they are fantastic. I mean, you can still hear them in the background singing away. So I've had so many singing males on top of so many different perches, so I'm really grateful to have experienced that today, and just been lovely out with the morning sun across such a lovely location. I'm going to get on with my holiday, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and subscribing and liking. Please do keep it up, because it does help me tremendously. And if you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, we do have a lot of viewers that seem to return to the channel but don't subscribe, so I would urge you to hit that button. But you can also find me on Instagram at LewisRoundPhotography. And yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye from South Devon.